Now we are going to step inside the caravan. The best feature I liked about the interiors of this caravan, apart from the space and all, is that they have this mosquito nets or this net on all the possible doors and windows, which makes it extremely useful and airy inside when you are outdoors and you don't have to worry about flies and mosquitoes and such. So you see, this is a net. I'm opening that one now. Okay, something else. Now we will enter the caravan. I will close it behind me. It's evening and now I don't wish to have any flatmates in forms of flies or anything. Now there are several switches. I will just turn on all the lights. Please excuse the mess. We have been on the road for 3 days and now it's getting messier. So this is the gas I was talking about, the regular 3 gas stove. We need to be careful not to close this lid when the gas is warm, otherwise it might be damaged. Again, I'm abruptly pausing the videos to take some moment out for sneezing and coughing. Apologies about that. So this is another net they have here. So this window is open and I've kept the other window open as well, so it is good for ventilation. There is huge storage space, especially if you are a family of 2 adults and 2 kids. It is more than enough. So you have several cupboards like this. There is a refrigerator. There is no microwave or oven. Please don't expect that kind of luxury here. And the fridge is pretty large with a freezer as well. And then that is good enough for the entire trip, I would say. There is a table here. But just remember, just because you have a table, you are still supposed to use a child seat or a car belt, seat belt if you are driving. You are not allowed to just sit without using the belt. This is a table. This is one more sofa kind of arrangement, but I don't think this has a seat belt. I tried to check, but it doesn't have. So I don't think this is usable when you're driving, but still. And then there is one more cupboard here. These are the 2 seats. Another best feature of the interiors of caravan is 99% of the caravan can be kind of made dark from inside using all these curtains. So if you see, if I remove these curtains, you will practically be able to drive the vehicle as usual. But then at the night, you can pull these curtains on so the light doesn't enter. So even if you're staying out in the open, you will get a sound sleep. We tried that one day and there was no disturbance at all. So that is what I really liked about this one as well. There's this overhead roof or window or whatever you call it here. I mean, even this one has a, see, the net. So, but since this we are keeping closed, it can get really cold at night. Okay, what next should we have a look at? The technical specifications, just like a regular vehicle. The only difference, it's a diesel vehicle. That's all. Yeah, we will come. This is the control panel or the settings panel. We will have a look at it later, maybe perhaps another video for that. Right now, just let's stay focused and focus on the interiors. This is the shower. Oh, my wife has put some clothes here. That's the shower. Does this have a light somewhere? Or yeah, just open this for the moment. It's pretty good to fit one person. My pot belly sometimes disturbs me, but it's not a big deal. It is manageable, pretty comfortable, and you get hot water as well, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm just closing this, closing the door. Okay. Now let's have a look at the toilet. That's a regular commode. It's pretty spacious, just like an airport commode. And that's the wash basin and a lot of space, storage. You have a here cupboard and then a pretty large mirror, and again nets here. One thing you need to be careful about while using this toilet is you should not let additional water in. The reason is we just saw that casket some in the previous video some minutes ago, that it is a pretty small size casket. So if you push in too much water, then it might spill out, and that is not something you want. So consider it like it's a U-boat or a submarine, where you have to be careful about how much water you put in or how much stuff you allow to pass. So just avoid overloading it with anything in quotes. And another good feature about this door is that you can practically turn this in the other way, and then this whole area acts as a room. So when I walked from there, from the fridge part, you can close this, you can transform this into a room, and more about that later. So this is the room, and so this is one bed for an adult. It is around 90 centimeters wide, and I have fit, and still there is some space left. So I think not 6 feet guy, but maybe 5'8", 5'7" guys can easily fit, and I'm much shorter than that. And then there is a lot of storage up there, another single bed here, and then you can, oh, that's my cold stepsils. And this is one more bed, but here I think only a child can fit, so I can pull this out all the way up here, and then I can place that cushion here, and my kid can sleep here comfortably. But this is not meant for adults. So if you are planning to have 3 adults, that is not going to work. 2 adults and 1 child, that is how this setup is. Again, there is a window up here. Wait, my wife has kept it open. Maybe it's time to close this one. Oh no, we have to do some cooking. Maybe that is why. We can close it later. And then, like you can see, I have turned on the lights for now. Let me just close them. So when it gets dark, it gets really dark. You don't really have to worry about being disturbed by too much of light. And then these are the other windows which we saw from the exterior. This also has a cover like this, and then this also has a net like this, so you can keep the windows open and pull down the nets. That we did one day because it was pretty warm before the weather turned cold, and then we used the nets and kept the windows open because the internal thing was not working, the air conditioning. Enough. What else? Yeah, let's have a look at the other bed. Now, since I'm alone here and don't really feel well, I don't have the energy to demonstrate that, but I'll just give a pointer. So there are 4 flaps here, 1, 2 strap, 1 there, and similarly 4 2 here and there. So let me walk back to the main bedroom. So those 2 straps that you see there and there, if you pull down, this whole setup comes up here. This whole thing comes down, and it comes down all the way till here, and that is enough to for 2 adults to sleep comfortably. I tried that, so I climbed up and my kid also climbed up, and then there was still some space left, so 2 adults can comfortably sleep there. But treat it like a topmost berth in the train, or if you have taken the sleeper buses in India, then you don't really have a much headroom. So I cannot sit upright when I'm up there. My kid was barely able to sit, so her head was kind of touching the ceiling. So, but it can sleep 2 adults comfortably, no doubt about that. So that is about the sleeping arrangements, and then obviously you have seen this sink and gas and everything. Have I left out anything? Not that I can think of. Okay, then I'm going to make one more video quickly for the information panel, so that we can have a look at the important features here.